Hello, welcome to our spin training. Thank you for coming. As you know, my name is Mikhail and today we are talking about the PRTG network monitor. Technical overview. Alright, the system requirements. It's supposed to be at least recommended dual core CPU and 2 GB random access memory. Highly recommended to use Windows Server 2012 R2, and you can use any browser of followings, or it could be Google Chrome 47 version or above, and Mozilla Firefox 43 version and above, and Internet Explorer 11. So nowadays every organization and enterprises got a lot of network equipment and servers, and this set of servers and network equipment is required to ensure that business data seamlessly between employees, offices and customers monitoring. The economical success of an organization is highly connected with the flow of data. The computer network's reliability, speed and efficiency are critical for business to be successful. But like all other technical objects, network devices may fail from time to time, potentially causing trouble and loss of sales, no matter what migration efforts have been made up front. Network administrators need to take 3 key steps to maintain network uptime, reliability and speed. First of all, they need to set up a well-planned network with reliability components, right? Next, they also need to create recovery plans for the event of device failure. And also they supposed to monitor their network to know, to make sure that they know all about failures as they build up or actually just happening, whatever. And PRTG network monitor the software, describe it in this situation as well as the most advanced and performance software for monitoring network infrastructure. It is suitable for small, medium and large networks organizations. So the architecture and user interfaces. PRTG network monitor consists of different parts and can be divided on three main categories. The system parts, user interfaces and the system administration program. The system parts, it is the core server. This is the central part of PRTG installation and includes data storage, web server, report engine, identification system and more. The core server is configured is Windows service which run permanently. Okay, and proofs. The part of PRTG on which the actual monitoring is performed. So there are local probes, remote probes and cluster probes available. All monitoring data is forwarded to the central core server, of course. Probes are configured as Windows services which run permanently. See, yeah? And Ajax web interfaces. Regarding the user interfaces, so the Ajax basic web interfaces is used for configuration of device and sensor as well as the review of monitoring results. Also, system administration and user management are configured there as well. Yeah. And the enterprise console, a native Windows application, graphical user interface, as alternative to the web interface to manage your monitoring, which the enterprise's console you can connect to the different independent PRTG core server installation and review their data at a glance. Mobile web graphical user interface. Edit-only interfaces optimized for mobile access to your PRTG installation. View latest status tables and graphs using query mobile. This interface is compatible with almost all mobile devices available on the market, as well as with older and unsupported browser versions. This user interface is deprecated for mobile access to PRTG. Please use the PRTG mobile application. And PRTG application for mobile network monitoring. Monitor your network on the go with PRTG Monitor, an application for iOS, Android, including BlackBerry devices and Windows Phone. And the system administration program. PRTG administration tool and core service system. Use it to configure basic core service settings such as administrator login, web server IPs and port probe connection settings, cluster mode, system language and more. PRTG administration tool on remote probe system. Use it to configure basic probe settings such as name of the probe, IP and server connection setting and more. Alright, let me continue. So, and we will continue from the object hierarchy. All objects in a PRTG monitoring configuration are arranged in a tree-like hierarchy to create an easy to navigate list, and it gives the user the possibility to arrange them in groups that monitor similar devices, services, or same locations, for example. The hierarchical order described is also used to define common settings for larger groups of objects. For example, settings of the root group apply to default to all other objects. So the root group is the topmost instances in PRTG monitor. It contains all other objects in your setup. Using the inheritance mechanism, we recommend adjusting the default settings for the root group. This makes configuration easier later on, because all other objects inherit these standard settings by default, and thus you will not have to set up the same configuration for each object new. Okay, the group. Each group, except the root group, is part of group. This is the platform on which the monitoring takes place. All objects configured below a probe will be monitored via the probe. Every PRTG core installation automatically install a local probe service. You can add additional probes and remote probes to your configuration to include remote device from outside your network into the monitoring. Monitoring sections. In a cluster, there is an additional cluster probe running on all nodes. Devices on the cluster probe are monitored by all nodes of the cluster. So data from a different perspective is available, and monitoring for this device will always continue even if one of the nodes fail. So group, yeah? On each group, these are on more groups which serve merely structured purposes. Use groups to arrange similar objects in order to inherit same settings to them. To a group, you add the device. You can arrange your device in different nested groups to reflect the structure of your network. Find below same configuration, for example, a device tree with local groups, several groups, device and their sensors. Device. To each probe or group, you can add devices which you would like to monitor. Each device in your PRTG monitor configuration represents a real hardware or virtual device in your network. This can be, for example, web or file server, client computer such as the Windows, Linux or Mac OS, router or network switch. Almost every device in your network that has its own IP address can be monitored. Sometimes you may want to add the same device in PRTG several times to get a better overview when using many sensors for a very detailed monitor, or to use different device settings for each. Sensor. On each device you can create a number of sensors. Every sensor monitors one single aspect of a device. This can be, for example, one network service like SMTP, FTP, HTTP, and HTML. One network switch parts traffic, CPU load of device, memory load of a device, traffic on one network carrier, one net flow device, system health of device, other content, for example, of databases, mails, HTTP, XML, files, and the rest, yeah. Whatever you want to monitor will be set it and configure it up to you. Channels. Every sensor has a number of channels through which it receives the different data streams. The available channels depend I just didn't understand, record or not. Every sensor has a number of channels through which it's receiving the different data streams. The available channels depend on the type of sensor. One sensor channel can contain, for example, downtime and uptime of a device, traffic in device monitoring, traffic in, traffic out, and traffic summary of bandwidth devices, WW traffic of net flow device, mail traffic of net flow devices, and whatever is settable and configurable, you can set it and configure up to you, yeah, and it will be your own configurations. Alright. Thank you guys for coming. We always appreciate you for being with us. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any inquiries. Please, we always feel welcome to you, support and provide all related information. But if you have no time, or you just can simply visit our website www.e-espincorp.com. Thank you.